Hello everybody, it's your immigration attorney, Ruiz, here with you today with another video on our VAWA series. Now, as you know, VAWA is congressional legislation that was approved to help people who have been victims of domestic violence, physical abuse, and mental and emotional abuse to obtain lawful status in the United States. It's for parents, children, or spouses of United States citizens or permanent residents to find a way out of the abuse, hopefully, and obtain their lawful status. Now, today we're going to talk about what evidence you need. What does the government require? What do we need to provide in order to have our case approved? Now, the government knows that people who are victims of domestic violence have less access to evidence than, if you're doing a different type of process with immigration. We know that victims of domestic violence usually live under some degree of control from their abusers, where they might not have access to get the documents that would prove this abuse. So the government's lenient and open to different methods of proving the abuse. So what have we used in the past? Text messages, call records. So we have a lot of our male clients who suffer from domestic violence, who their spouses call every lunch break, call as soon as they leave work, because they want to make sure that you're on your way home, or they want to know what you're doing. So what we do, we screenshot those records, and that corroborates our story of this control that your wife has over you, where you can't even eat lunch, you have to call. And as soon as you leave work, you have to call, otherwise they're calling you. Pictures, if there's any physical abuse or physical damage. For example, if you are alleging that your spouse hit your head into the wall and there was a hole, send us a picture of the hole, right? Maybe you didn't go to the doctor because you live under so much control that you're not able to go to get medical care, but send us a picture of the hole in the wall. That corroborates the story that we're telling. And this is really what it is. We're telling your life story, and we have to corroborate as much as we can, where we can, in order to make it credible. That's really what a VAWA claim comes down to, is credibility. We have to prove that what you're saying is credible, that we believe it. And how do I do that? Is that we corroborate every little thing that we can. Maybe you don't have a police report that clearly says that your husband slammed your head into the wall, but we can corroborate it little by little in order to make you credible. That's what we're looking at. Now, of course, if you have a police report, that's important. We'll take a police report, but not everybody has police reports. Not everybody has access to medical care after they've had an incident of physical violence. Not everyone has access to a phone to call the police to call the police when they're in the middle of a crisis. So we use text, pictures, letters from any witnesses. You will write your own declaration. Anybody that knows of the abuse, anybody who's seen the abuse, should write a letter to corroborate your claim. Any records from school, any type of record that would corroborate your story. Now, the evidence that we use here, it's on a case-by-case basis. So when somebody comes into our office and hires us, we don't give them a list of documents that we'll need, because it's impossible. It's a case-by-case basis. We'll sit down, we'll start talking about the abuse, and then I'll start pinpointing where we can find evidence. So if you tell me, for example, the same example, that your spouse rammed your head into a wall and there's a hole, then I will ask for a picture of the hole, because that will corroborate the story. If you tell me that your spouse calls you at your lunch break and as soon as you leave work you have to call, then I'm going to ask you for call records. If your spouse sends you abusive texts, I'm going to ask you for the text messages, right? So the evidence in a VAWA case is very, very specific to your situation and should be treated very carefully. The main thing that we need to worry about is credibility, and making sure that the government believes that what you're saying is true, because we've provided a statement and we've corroborated enough things in your statement to prove that. If you have police records, much simpler, but not everybody does. So we have to be creative in order to obtain this benefit for our clients. So that's that's the basis of the evidence, and really where we start working on for these types of cases. Please subscribe to our video, like our video, comment, and share this video to your social media. Domestic violence is something we don't talk about enough, and it's something that it's a terrible situation that people in this country deal with, in any country. We're able to help you. We're able to help undocumented people in this situation to obtain lawful status, so that hopefully they are able to break free from the chains of domestic violence. So share this video, because you never know who might be suffering, who might need to hear this advice, and who might need to reach out to us or to any attorney to obtain this relief. So please share, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll be back with another video. Thank you.